Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. One of the innovations of liberal age lawmaking was the White Slave Traffic Act, better known today as the Mann Act, named after its author, Illinois Congressman James Robert Mann. It was passed on June 25, 1910. White slavery, which can also be referred to as white slave trade or white slave trafficking, which basically refers to the slavery of Europeans, whether by non-Europeans or by other Europeans. For us to better understand the irregularities involved in R. Kelly's Mann Act violation charges, it's important to also know what exactly a Mann charge is. A Mann charge involves two aspects, one of which is transporting a person between states with knowledge, and the other being the intent for the person to commit acts of prostitution, or other criminal sexual activity, or makes obvious acts in continuance of such conduct. Worth to know too, is the fact that the maximum sentence for a violation of the Mann Act is 10 years in prison, accompanied by an appropriate fine. The Act stays a federal law and may be used to punish sex workers and other people involved in human trafficking. R. Kelly was distinctly charged with a number of Mann Act violations emanating from conduct related to one of the alleged victim Jane in 2015, and a 2018 alleged conduct involving Faith. After a 6-week jury trial, R. Kelly was convicted of all counts of the third superseding indictment. He was later sentenced to 30 years imprisonment. We knew justice was not granted in this trial, marred with a lot of controversies. R. Kelly and his legal team have filed an appeal that will for sure see these meaningless charges dropped. Let's now share the arguments lead attorney Jennifer Bonjean has fronted in R. Kelly's appeal brief. Given the fact that R. Kelly's motivating purpose in arranging travel for Jane to accompany him on tour in California, on both occasions had absolutely nothing to do with exposing her to herpes, the government failed to prove violations of the Mann Act. R. Kelly similarly had no intent to induce or coerce Jane to travel to California to expose her to herpes. Thus the Racketeering Acts 8A, 8B, 9A and Count 2 must be vacated. Under the significant or motivating purpose standard, the government's evidence of intent was insufficient because the record fails to show that R. Kelly intended to transport Jane to California at any time for the purpose of exposing her to herpes, which is the prohibited sexual activity charged. Similarly, the government failed to prove that R. Kelly took any action to induce, persuade, entice, or coerce Faith into traveling to New York on May 18, 2017, and again on February 2, 2018. R. Kelly's mere status as a famous recording artist cannot satisfy the government burden to prove enticement or coercion. Rather, the undisputed evidence shows only that R. Kelly invited an adult woman to meet him in New York, and she accepted. By Faith's account, R. Kelly was polite, generous and appropriate, leaving it entirely at her discretion to come to New York to attend a concert. His invitation does not equate to inducement or persuasion. Faith herself refuses to identify as someone who was forced to do anything. On cross-examination, Faith admitted that she was not a victim and had made a choice to be with R. Kelly. For these among other foregoing reasons, R. Kelly's convictions must be reversed. Alternatively, R. Kelly is entitled to a new trial. Separately, the Mann law violation convictions should be thrown away into the trash bin. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.